Who is Darryl Cooke? I like to say a lot of times that I'm a complex man drawing off of simplicity, but I'm a son of God. A direct product of the streets of Chicago, 95th and Jeffrey, born and raised. I'm a son, I'm a father, I'm a friend, I'm a brother, but most importantly right now, I'm just somebody who thoroughly believes that we're far more greater together than we'll ever be apart. I went to school, got my bachelor's in 2014, and I just received my MSW, Master's in Social Work, from Governor State University, 2018, so I'm excited about that. I'm also an alcohol and drug counselor for Westcare Foundation, and I'm a national speaker. I've spoken everywhere from California to New York, back down to Texas, and all the time here in Chicago. We just did an event with Principal Singleton, Gary Coleman Youth Center. My brother, Dr. Eric Thompson, came out as well. Eric Thomas came out as well, so that's who I am. But, like all stories in Chicago or across this nation, we know that it didn't start like that. Where I was going to be, what was going to happen to me, who I was, where I was going, and where I came from. All I know is that I was an individual who had a number on my back, K82A67, and I get on out of a non-correctional center and go out there and make something with your life. That was very hard. Make what with my life? Go back to what? My mother got locked up when I was 6 years old. Go back to what? My daddy think he's somewhat of a pimp. He going back and forth from Chicago to St. Louis. My grandmother died when I was in prison. I don't have nothing to go back home to. Well, my upbringing was a little bit different than everybody else, man. At 6 years old, my mother got incarcerated. She robbed a store with her boyfriend on 95th and Jeffrey. Security guard ended up getting killed. And my mother, one of the guys, he got killed as well. But another guy got away. My mother was the only one to get incarcerated, and they gave my mom 60 years. And she ended up serving 32 years in prison. So, I don't know what that feel like. To have my mom in the house with me and hear the ice cream truck coming down the street, and ask my mom, can I get $1 or $2 to go outside and get me an ice cream sandwich or a push-up? I don't know how that feel, to have my mom at the house and ask her, what we gonna have for dinner this weekend, or can I get some hamburgers and fries? I was raised by my grandma. So, that was difficult. My father's presence in my life was checkered. He was back and forth to Chicago and St. Louis. So, the community basically raised me. Like most of the guys and sisters here in Chicago, the streets raised me at a young age, 12 years old. I already beat my chest with the fan, yelling Almighty Black Peace Stone here in Chicago. It's rough. So we had the gangs, the drugs in our community, the police, and then my community on how it's set up. Just total devastation, man. When I'm looking at, the currency exchanges, I'm looking at the liquor stores, I'm looking at the fried food places, all of them poison, and none of them owned by us inside our community, man. So that was the upbringing. Yeah, we still have love inside the community, man. So, you could ask anybody that came up in devastation or poverty and ask them, how was it like coming up? They'll say, we was poor, but we never knew it. My downfall in life came at an early age, not knowing how it will hurt you or affect you to have your mother incarcerated. You don't know what's going to happen when you get into a relationship, and this is actually my first time getting the chance to talk about this, but I need to. Because I need to express how not having a mother at home can leave a young man not knowing how to deal with relationships. And so I didn't have that woman there to teach me how to love a woman properly. So when I went out into the streets, my homies, we taught each other how to rock with ladies and things like that. If we was talking to a lady, she turned around and walked away, it was mandatory. Like, we grabbed the arm like, yo, I'm not finished talking. I didn't learn later on into life that that's aggravated kidnapping, and you have so many things happen in life to where you're not ready for what your body is physically going through. Like, I was old enough to engage in the sexual act, but my brain wasn't seasoned enough to deal with the emotional ramifications that come with being into a relationship. So I got married. I knew that's what I wanted to do, but I wasn't prepared to deal with my wife being with another man, or me dealing with my anger or my frustration that I have inside of me and all the things that I had. And as a result, I shot. I'm just so thankful to God that she's okay. And as a result, I had to spend like 10 years of my life incarcerated. And that's devastating, family. To this day, I'm still trying to get the relationship right with my son. We're not talking today. Today, I still got things I need to show my daughters. I still got to be there for Essence, Diamante, and Sharina. And it's a horrible thing to walk around with, man, to know that I brought like devastation to our community in that fashion. That's why you see me on a daily basis right now, man. After serving like 10 years in prison, it wasn't a day that I sat inside there, bro, that I didn't know that I hurt our community. And I could tell by the young men that continuously came inside my cells, 18, 19, 20 years old, that was dealing with domestic violence, that was dealing with drugs in our community, that was dealing with breaking the law and things like that, bro. And I just had to get to a point in my life to where, I had to be sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I really found out being incarcerated, that hurt people. That pain that I expressed to my ex-wife, or to guys in the community, because being the stone, we was taught that if you under the 6-point style, you an enemy. If you GD or you BD, all these poisons that we had in our community, and it almost killed me, bro. It almost killed me, man. So, I'm here today, man, to talk about being able to come from underneath that turmoil of things that hold us down in our community. You fall down 7 times, you get back up 8. You have to, man. This is how we falling in our community, and I gotta stand up and say it. It's the drugs in our community, it's the money inside our community, and it's our lack of understanding on how to deal with our women. And I was one of those men, but I'm back right now to rectify that in such a way, man. All right, it's my job at this day and point in my life, to talk about what love looks like in public.
Because most of the time in our relationships, we're looking for a dominant, somebody to lead, or a win-lose, and it don't have to be there. It has to be a win-win. And we never been taught right. Plus we young. We got time to grow. Relationships don't be there. But we don't know how to deal with that. I did. I didn't know how to deal with it. And so, to not deal with it, because I don't want to say out loud that you hurt me, because men are supposed to cry out pain, right? Remember that same pain that I couldn't cry at the funeral? That same pain that I felt when this woman cheated on me, or we broke up, even though I wasn't admit it, it hurt me inside. And you can tell that it hurt me by what I did after that. Because remember I said hurt people? So now I'm a man that's just walking around now, and I don't care which female I get with. It's just a notch under my belt from the next to the next. Because I need to transfer the pain I feel from this woman to another woman.
I would say my aha moment in life was being at 111th Street police station right after my incident happened. Smoke still coming off the gun, emotions still high. and the officer coming back there and saying, you have a visit. And I remember it was my sister, my dad, my auntie, and my grandma was there. And she had an oxygen tank on, hooked up. And she only asked me one question. And the question my grandmother asked me was, who taught you how to do that? And I had no answer for my grandma, because I know that she didn't teach me how to go outside to pack a gun and shoot at somebody. I know she didn't teach me that. And I served 4 years in the Marine Corps before that. So I had a mentality like, yo, it was okay for me to walk around with this, considering the fact that I came from Chicago, and it was okay for me to walk around with it there as well. I didn't feel as though, at any point that I was breaking the law, because we got this motto in the streets like, I'd rather the police catch me with it than the enemy catch me without it. And so a mentality that I had, destroying, oh my goodness, our community, not realizing that if you got this gun with you, if a situation arises that you can't handle, you're going to use it. And that's what happened to me. And so a life-changing event for me, was just being in prison and seeing how many of our brothers fell prey to these same destructions in our communities. And I knew I had to come out and be a stronger man. That's why I decided to come out and speak right now, because hurt people, and I know I need to heal, bro. So now, my life's mission from this day forth is to uplift all of humanity and be there. Be there for a brother or sister who's really going through something. Man, you hear people say that all the time, like we gonna meet people where they at. We hear people say that, but nobody really want to get up off their rear end and go meet somebody where they at, especially if it's in the area that you feel as though it's unsafe for you. People ain't willing to put themselves on the line for other people. And what I consider meeting somebody where they at, if a brother called me and he say, yo, I'm on the west side right now, I'm in K-Town, bro, I'm stranded, I can't move, I'm not gonna ask him, can he find his way to a gas station, or can he find his way to a bus terminal, or can he flag down an Uber? I'm gonna ask him, what is his coordinates, where you at, because I'm gonna meet you exactly where you at. We gotta meet our people where they at. That's what we have to do. We have to meet our brothers and sisters where they are. So my lifelong mission right now is to speak against this mass incarceration, this school to prison pipeline. It's to speak against the negativity that's taking place in our community. Police killing us on a daily basis, right? We fighting for that inside the court systems, inside court halls, but it's something that we can do right now for the black on black crime that's taking place in our community. We have to come underneath that. That's a psychological warfare that we're locked in. My brother Ray Robinson say we got the pit bull mentality right now. We'll fight each other with no problem, but ain't nobody raising a hand at the person who trained you to go out there and fight a brother that looks just like you. Come on now, y'all. One God, one aim, one destiny. This is what we have to do. We have to uplift our community. And as I started off saying, we're way more stronger together than we could ever be apart, y'all. This is what I do. My name is Darryl Cooke, national speaker, author of the book After the Bridge Was Crossed, counselor. But most of all, I'm a brother and I'm a friend.